I want you to make yourself comfortable by lying down or sitting in a nice cozy chair. We'll start by taking a few deep breaths in and out. In and out. In and out. Good. And as you continue to breathe deeply now, I'd like you to gently close your eyes and think about the colour that you associate most with relaxation. It may be blue, orange, green, purple, whatever the colour. It's the colour above all other colours that makes you feel calm and relaxed and at peace with the world. I'd like you to take that colour now and see it clearly in your mind. I want you to make the colour deeper and brighter and warmer until you really can see that colour clearly in front of you. Your own personal colour that makes you feel so relaxed. And now I'd like you to imagine that colour cocooning your feet. I wonder, as you imagine your colour of relaxation flowing through your feet, whether that makes your feet feel lovely and warm, or maybe even tingly. Just take a moment to enjoy this feeling. And when you're ready, I'd like you to move that colour of relaxation up into your ankles. And you may find that warm feeling follows and your ankles begin to loosen. And now move that colour up through your calves into your knees. And enjoy that wonderful, soothing feeling of calm and safety. And you can move your colour of relaxation gently upwards through your thighs and into your hips. Allow it to totally bathe your hips in warmth and relaxation. Now I want you to move that colour, that warmth, that feeling of peace up through your torso, across your shoulders, warming as it goes, down through your arms to the tips of your fingers. And I wonder if you can feel that tingling in your fingers as your whole upper body is soothed in your beautiful colour, your colour of relaxation. And now I'd like you to focus all your attention on the muscles around your neck. Fill them with your colour of relaxation. And feel that colour warming your neck, covering your neck, relaxing your neck. And as your colour moves up into your face, creating a space in your jaw, you can begin to relax those jaw muscles and the muscles in your cheeks. The muscles around your eyes are so warm and relaxed that you don't want to open them until finally the colour and the warmth and the relaxation soothes and fills your whole body with a sense of peace, calmness, tranquility, and safety. And whenever you need to relax and unwind, all you need to do is to take 2 deep, refreshing breaths and imagine your colour of relaxation. That colour that you carefully created, nurtured, and amplified, slowly filling and warming and soothing your body. And now I'd like you to imagine that it's a beautiful day and you're sat on your electric bike. This could be a bike, a scooter, a moped, whatever is comfortable to you. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and you can feel the soft, cooling breeze across your face. In front of you, you can see a beautiful forest with a big, old, gnarly oak tree. And you notice a gravel path running deep into the forest between huge oak trees. You sit on your bike now and you notice how comfortable it is. You feel the subtle vibrations as you start to cycle and move gently at your own pace into the forest. The bike takes you, and as you ride carefree and leisurely down the path, deeper into the forest, you notice that you can smell the freshness of the air, and you relax more and more as you go deeper and deeper into the forest. And as you ride past, a young deer looks up, totally unconcerned. And you may see a couple of squirrels playing in the trees without any worries. You have a sense that all is right with the world as the path takes you deeper and deeper into a beautiful forest. After a while, you come across a gurgling stream and you bend down to take a leisurely drink of water. Even though it's a gorgeous warm summer's day, the water tastes crisp and ice cold and refreshing. You're so grateful for the chance to explore this wonderful place and enjoy the feeling of being cocooned in this beautiful, safe place, surrounded by these lovely old trees. In the distance now, you can see a clearing, and with every yard and foot that you move towards it, you find yourself becoming more and more relaxed now as you go deeper and deeper into the center of the forest. It's around 10 foot now to the clearing, and as you continue to move forward, with each foot you feel calmer and more relaxed. 9 foot, 8 foot, 7 foot, 6 foot, 5 foot, 4 foot, 3, 2, totally relaxed now. You're finally there, sat in this beautiful space with the sun on your face, the gentle breeze blowing through the trees. And you notice the end of the path surrounded by wild flowers. You sit for a while and notice that the sun is starting to set. The western sky turns to a deep crimson as you see the sun setting behind the trees, and you start to smell those evening blossom, honeysuckle, jasmine. As the sun sets, you relax even more. As you look up, you notice the inky deepness of the night sky, speckled now with thousands of stars. And as you look up, the stars completely fill your vision, and you feel like you can step into them, be surrounded by them, be cocooned by them, become one of them, and ultimately become totally at one with the universe. Now I'd like you to take 2 deep, relaxing breaths, and imagine yourself now shrinking smaller and smaller, tinier and tinier. Everything around you appears to be getting bigger as you become smaller, smaller and smaller, until you are smaller than a tiny pinhead. And now imagine that you're inside a beautiful pod. This pod is completely made of glass, and you realize you're traveling through the veins of a huge, gigantic person. And that person is also you. So you look through the glass of your pod and you see that everything around you is a beautiful, vibrant red. Huge red blood cells float by on the journey, taking life-giving oxygen around your body, and you follow them. You pass white blood cells, vigilant and always on the lookout to defend you. You are swept along by the flow of your bloodstream. You don't have to do anything because your body is naturally taking you to where you need to be. And although you're traveling at speed, it's a very deeply relaxing experience, and you wonder at the marvels of the human body that you see as they pass by. And I don't know if you can see yet, but up ahead, coming into view, is the joint that's causing you problems. This can be your hands, your feet, your knees, your hips. But as you approach this joint, you can see what should be a smooth, shiny, pristine joint is actually covered in spurs, dirt, and lots of loose, bony shards floating freely. You see the joint flex slightly, and you know how the shards get in the way of you bending this joint freely. And now I want you to take a moment to have a more in-depth look at the pod that you're in. It's a one-person pod, completely made out of transparent material, just like glass, but it's very safe and unbreakable. There are a range of controls in front of you which allow you to maneuver the pod in any direction by the tiniest amount. And on the outside of the pod are some attachments, including a jet spray, fine sanding machine, and a vacuum suction tube. Each of these attachments have corresponding controls inside the pod. So just like learning to drive a car, I want you to experiment with the controls of your pod. Now, I don't know whether it will be a joystick, a steering wheel, levers, or buttons, but however your controls look, you will instantly know how to use them. Notice how you only have to gently and minutely touch the controls, and the pod responds precisely to what you would like it to do. Go ahead now and experiment by moving your pod forwards, backwards, up and down. And when you're happy and ready to proceed, I'd like you to gently understand that you are in control. You are in control of your pod. Good. And now we're going to experiment with the vacuum suction tube. You can clearly see your control for this, and you instinctively know how to use it. I would like you to turn on the suction tube and start to move your pod towards the shards. And as you move towards each shard, you may notice the suction tube gently pulling and pulling at it until eventually it's sucked in all together. And now you know how to get rid of the shards. I would like you to spend a little time navigating around the area, sucking up all the shards. You also notice any inflammation is being sucked up into your vacuum until there are no shards and no more inflammation left. And your joint is able to move more easily now that all the shards and inflammation has been removed. Take your time, enjoy the game, and when you've cleaned up, you can let me know by simply breathing in and out. Good. Now we're going to turn our attention to the joint itself. As you look at your joint, perhaps you can see that it looks quite dirty, or maybe there are just a few patches that need cleaning up. So now I want you to take the jet spray controls and point the jet and allow the spray to move all of the dirt. Your jet spray is warming and soothing as it washes the joint. It feels like hot oil or warm wax, and it washes your joint completely clean. And you can feel that joint become warmer and more relaxed. That feeling of being oiled and warm and comfortable. Feel the jet spray spraying its warm, oily, waxy spray into your joint, feeling comfortable and relaxed and very warm. Good. And finally, we're going to take our fine sanding machine and maneuver it directly onto the joint to smooth down all those spurs and any inflammation that may still be there. So gently and easily use the sanding machine now until this joint is beautiful and shiny and pristine once again. Hear the gentle whir of the sander as it gently smooths and smooths. Taking your time with the sanding. Really take a close look at the joint now and notice how smooth it becomes. Notice how easy it is to remove the spurs and any more dirt and any more inflammation is all disappearing, one by one. See how shiny and pristine and new that joint is. Enjoy the experience of renewal, of your renewal. And again, this is something that you have created yourself. Good. Now you have completed the sanding. It may have left a fine layer of dust that we need to get rid of, but we'll finish by once again bathing the joint in a relaxing spray of warm, comforting liquid that relaxes your joint, gently warms it, and makes it feel free and comfortable. And when you're done, I want you to take a moment to admire your handiwork. Notice how new and shiny the bones are. Notice how smooth the surface of your joint is. Notice how easily and freely your joint now bends. It is like you have a complete new joint. Good. And now I want you to see yourself in your pod, the satisfaction on your face of a thorough job well done. And now in your mind, the camera starts to pull back and the pod becomes smaller and smaller until it's too small to see. And we turn our attention now to the giant you, the you with the pristine joints. You know that you have been able to do every joint in your body in the same way. You are so pleased with yourself. Now look at you, the giant you. You may be on your bed or in a comfortable chair. And as you focus now on your hands, your feet, your knees, your hips, you know that your joints feel more and more comfortable than they have ever felt before. You know that your joints move easily and freely, and the only sensations that you feel from your joints from now on are pleasant sensations. And you know that if ever your joint feels like it needs further healing work, then through self-hypnosis, you can get back into your pod anytime and give your joints more of the love and attention that you gave it here today. And each time you do it will be easier to go deeper and deeper. And the work that you do on your joints will be more and more effective and will give you more and more comfort and peace. You may have ideas about the limitations that the situation with your joints bring. You may have begun to see yourself in a certain way, buffeted by the forces of nature and fate. But today is a new beginning, because today is the beginning of you writing your own script and taking control of your life. You have already proved your resilience in countless situations, and so it will not be difficult for you to take charge, writing your own story in your way for your ultimate success. Your battle scars do not define you, they empower you by reminding you what you are capable of and what you can achieve, even in the face of adversity. You are confident, capable, courageous. You are the master of your own destiny. So go ahead now and imagine yourself on the cinema screen of your mind. Imagine yourself now in the future, in your future. It may be in a week's time, a month's time, or 5 or 10 years, but see yourself now. I don't know where it is that you see yourself, but make it somewhere pleasant. A beautiful garden, a sunny beach. Notice how comfortable and pristine your joints are. Notice how your joints move freely and easily. Notice how relaxed and happy you are, and how carefree you feel. As you watch yourself on that big cinema screen in your mind, I want you now to get up from your seat, walk down the aisle towards the screen, noticing how easily you move. When you're ready, step into the screen and actually become that future, and feel yourself. Actually feel yourself comfortable, relaxed, smiling, having achieved everything you set out to achieve. And when you see yourself exactly as you want to see yourself in the future, I want you to freeze frame and hold that thought, hug that thought, imprint that thought on your mind, because this is the new you. This is the new you. Happy, healthy, your joints moving freely and easily, feeling strong, capable, full of energy and inner peace. Peace, love, and contentment. This is the new you. And these thoughts will grow stronger and stronger. Stronger by the hour, stronger by the minute, and stronger by the second.